MOS Sam Tan.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I would like to firstly thank the members for tabling this motion for the House to recognize our seniors. Ministry of Manpower, together with our tripartite partners, is committed to supporting our older workers to enjoy fulfilling years and engage in productive work. Sir, our workforce is aging rapidly. Over the last decade, the proportions of residents aged 60 and above in our labor force has increased from 6.1% in 2007 to 13.8% in 2017. We expect this trend to continue in the foreseeable future as Singaporeans live longer and healthier. It is a good thing that our seniors can work and want to work longer. Active participation in the workforce allows seniors to make positive contributions and forms part of active aging. The economy and society as a whole benefit from their expertise and experience. To this end, we should continue to support older workers to have meaningful employment opportunities. At the same time, we should also ensure that our older workers are treated fairly and with respect at our workplaces. Our tripartite partners have been working very closely together to help support our older workers so that they can have a longer and fuller working lives. So we introduced the concept of re-employment under the Retirement and the Re-employment Act, or RRA in short, in 2012. The RRA is to support older workers who want to work longer beyond their retirement age. We took another step forward in 2016 to raise re-employment age from 65 to 67, which has been effective since 1st July last year. This applies to the public and private sectors. The re-employment model has shown encouraging results. Since it was introduced in 2012, over 98% of private sector local employees who wish to continue working at age 62 were offered re-employment. Or those who accepted re-employment in the same job at the age 62, around 96% did not receive any cut in their basic salaries in 2012. And this proportion rose to 98% in 2016. Some members have suggested that why not remove the retirement age and re-employment age altogether. So currently, the tripartite partners are of the view that the retirement and re-employment age still play an important role in helping our workers stay employable for as long as they can. These are the reasons. First, the retirement age of 62 provides older workers the peace of mind that employers are not allowed to terminate their employment simply based on age. Second, with the re-employment age, the older workers are further protected as employers must offer eligible workers re-employment up to age 67. Third, the introduction and progressive raising of re-employment age instead of retirement age balances the employer's needs for business flexibility and the employment needs of the older workers better. While the employer is obliged to offer re-employment to the older workers at 62 till 67, it need not necessarily be for the same job or at the same pay. There are some flexibility so long as both employers and employees achieve a mutual agreement. And also beyond the re-employment age, older workers can continue to work as long as there is mutual consent between them and the employers. With extended lifespans and improved health among seniors, there will be scope to raise the age of re-employment further again over time. This, however, will be a matter for tripartite deliberations. For now, as the re-employment age was just raised from 65 to 67 last year, the immediate focus of the government and tripartite partners is to ensure successful implementation of the new re-employment age to benefit more older workers. This is to fulfill what we had set out earlier. As we encourage employers to hire and retain older workers, we recognize that those who do so deserve extra support and encouragement. The Special Employment Credit, or SEC, scheme provides a wage offset of up to 8% of monthly wages to employers when they employ older workers above the age of 55. An additional wage offset of up to 3% of monthly wages is also provided to encourage continued employment of older workers above the re-employment age of 67. We also support employers to provide flexible work arrangements for older workers who prefer to transit from full-time employment to take on more flexible work options. The Work-Life Grant funds each company up to $160,000 over 4 years to implement flexible work arrangements to help employees better manage work and family responsibilities. Our various programs to improve the employability and employment of older workers have shown encouraging results. Singapore's employment rate of residents aged 65 to 69 is 41.5% in 2016. This compares quite favorably with developed economies, with Singapore ranked 5th against 35 OECD countries in 2016. It is also higher than some of the developed countries with no retirement age, such as the US at 31%, Australia 25.9%, UK 21%, and Denmark 19.1%. And in Singapore, we achieved 41.5%. So looking ahead, as our workforce continues to age, I strongly support Mr. Henry Ke's call and also other members' similar call to do more to maintain the dignity of our elderly in the workplace. For older workers to work productively and also to help companies to remain competitive, we must ensure that our workplaces are age-friendly. We must treat our older workers fairly with dignity. But how do we do this? First, we should eliminate ageism at work. MOM and our tripartite partners are against age discrimination. The Tripartite Alliance for Fair and Progressive Employment Practices, or TAFEC in short, promotes the employment of older workers and raises awareness of the value that older workers bring to the workforce, to the workplace. They look into all age discrimination complaints and refer cases to MOM for investigation where warranted. Enforcement actions will be taken against employers who have committed the offense of age discrimination. The tripartite guidelines on fair employment practices also spell out the principles of fair and merit-based employment, which we expect all employers to abide by. For example, job applicants should be assessed fairly and not to be ignored or rejected on the basis of age. This applies to all jobs listed on the job spec. The guidelines also state specifically that date of birth information should not be asked in the job application forms. Second, we should ensure that our jobs are suitably designed and redesigned for our older workers. This was why we enhanced the Work Pro in July 2016 to create easier, safer, and smarter jobs for older workers. A company can now receive up to $300,000, up from $150,000 under the Work Pro Job Redesign Grant. Since the enhancements, more than 600 companies have applied for the Job Redesign Grant, benefiting more than 9,500 workers, older workers. This is an encouraging start, but we should do more. I urge more employers to tap on the Work Pro to take bold steps to redesign and create meaningful jobs for older workers. Third, we need both our older workers and employers to play their parts to enhance the employment and employability of mature workers. We will keep strengthening our support to them through Skills Future and Adapt and Grow. For instance, under the Adapt and Grow initiative, older PMETs are provided with more support for career or job transition under programs such as Professional Conversion Program and Career Support Program. The work trial program also allows older rank and file workers to undergo short-term work trial with companies and acquire new skills to potentially take on new jobs. I encourage more employers and workers to take full advantage of these government schemes we have put in place for them. In conclusion, Mr. Deputy Speaker, we have made steady progress to enhance the employability and employment opportunities for our older workers. With an aging workforce and a fast pace of economic restructuring and transition and transformation, we will need to do even more to ensure that our future workforce will remain inclusive. Together with our tripartite partners, we will press on in our efforts to support our seniors so that they can continue to lead an active and fulfilling life.